Disconnected from patching server before patching completed. I'll try it again in like 5 minutes, okay? And then maybe it'll work after that. And so anyway, 30 gigs. Yeah. No, I'll be ready for it when it happens. Don't worry about it. So anyway, I said that I hate to say it, but I actually agree with Taylor Lorenz here. Not only is it potentially illegal for not disclosing a paid promotion, but it's also fundamentally disingenuous rat behavior, embarrassing, pathetic, and dishonest. So I might have been, this is the worst part, I might have been misled. Because it seems like some of the people in this article and some of the things in this article are already being retracted. It seems like some, and I don't know this yet. We're going to look at it. We're going to see what's going on here, right? And so here's the article right here. And obviously there's been a bunch of this going on. And people were being accused of being paid $8,000 a month. Some people are being paid a tremendous amount of money, and they were not disclosing this at all. So a lot of the people that got named in this article spoke up about it. So we're going to listen to at least some of them, and we're going to see what they're saying. And so one of the people that got named was David Packman. Another guy that got named was, I think, this guy too, Brian Toe. I'm not sure really who this person is, but we're going to go ahead and listen to what he says.
At the risk of giving an internet troll more attention, I want to address a piece that Taylor Lorenz wrote yesterday for Wired. An initiative aimed at boosting Democrats online offers influencers up to $8,000 a month to push the party line. All they have to do is keep it secret and agree to restrictions on their content. Literally nothing in this statement is true. The article is about Chorus, which is a nonprofit that I helped found to build up a creator ecosystem, which everybody says they want, but few are doing. So here's what Chorus is. It is a scholarship program to teach creators how to grow their accounts, foster engagement, launch their own shows, and become profitable on their own. It's an incubator program to build the pro-democracy ecosystem. Influencers and creators have never been more important when it comes to how Americans are consuming their news. The right has been doing this for years, and the left needs to catch up. That's why we're doing this with.
I think that a lot of left-wing people have this idea that all of the right-wing talking, like commentators are being paid by some fucking, shadowy interest. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but has it ever occurred to you that maybe not everybody's cheating? It's just that these viewpoints are more popular and that's why they get more traction. I mean, that's where I would really start.
Chorus. So let's talk about what Chorus is and what it's not. Chorus does not pay creators for content, does not tell them what to say, it does not control who they talk to or work with, and there is absolutely nothing in the contract that could even be reasonably interpreted to say that we do. Period.
Wow.
Full stop. I don't know a single
So she just made up a bunch of bullshit?
Creator who would willfully sign up for a program that would tell them what they can or can't say. That's not what this program is. We pay people to show up to workshops and technical trainings to optimize their content online. For example, we've got trainings on how to package content for YouTube.
Well, he said full stop. I must trust him now. Oh, and you're going to trust her? She's a proven liar. She's lied about tons of things. She's misrepresented tons of things. Why would you believe her?
On how to optimize audience retention for Instagram and TikTok, trainings on how to form an LLC. Again, there are zero restrictions on their content. And by the way, the program works. In just 2 months, our cohort has added a combined 6 million followers. That's not including me, and seen their views and engagement grow. That is the point of the program, to teach creators how to be effective with whatever messages they want to promote. And with regard to keeping it a secret, there is a standard confidentiality clause in the contract to protect the privacy of the creators. On the literal first day of the program, it was made clear.
That's pretty standard. I mean, in my opinion, I do think that if you're part of a program like this, and it's kind of like an incubator program in this way, and you're not disclosing it, and you're gaining advantages and affiliation from it, I think that not disclosing it is kind of, it's misleading to an audience, because again, the fundamental reason why I think people seek out influencer content is they're looking for an authentic take on world issues that are not bought and paid for by some sort of larger foreign interest, right? So my fundamental viewpoint is that anytime that you're talking about something and you have an, there's like an impulse or a reason for doing that, or there's somebody that's promoting you doing that and you don't disclose that, or you don't have that anywhere. I'm not saying you have to say it every 5 minutes, but like you don't have this stated anywhere. I think that you are engaging in a degree of inauthenticity. I think you are. I think you're engaging in a degree of that.
To all of the creators in our kickoff session that they were absolutely free to talk about Chorus. And we immediately followed up to confirm that in writing. Creators have videos about Chorus, they've got donation links to Chorus in their bios. I myself have made videos that were posted all over the internet about Chorus that reached hundreds of thousands of people. It is not a secret, and it never was.
So she's just made it up. So so if they've made a bunch of videos talking about this thing, it's not really a dark money group then, is it? Like, I mean, because if it was dark, then nobody'd be talking about it.
There's the implication in the article that this is some arm of the DNC, or the Democratic Party. We have literally nothing to do with the DNC. I spend 0 minutes of my day thinking about the DNC.
That's not how Democrats work. It's heavily implied that everyone must toe the party lines. It's enforced, even though it's not explicitly
Creators
stated.
do not toe any party line. How could we? There isn't a party line. Creators are absolutely allowed to speak out against the Democrats, and in fact, plenty do. And frankly, Chorus creators should and do criticize Democrats when they suck. And quite often, they do suck. I've seen posts saying that this is APAC funded, which couldn't be further from the truth. I'd venture to guess that most Chorus creators, myself included, on both YouTube and Substack, have spoken out against the atrocities in Gaza. Lorenz says that the 1630 Fund is, quote, a powerful liberal dark money group. 1630 Fund is our fiscal sponsor. One of the largest documented donors to 1630 Fund is the same person funding Meteor's Reporters in Residence program, which Taylor Lorenz herself is a part of. And guess what her monthly stipend is? $8,000 per month. So she
wait, what? Wait, so you're telling me that she getting paid $8,000 a month to write a bunch of bullshit, but she's getting mad that people are getting paid $8,000 a month to make videos about a bunch of bullshit? What? What the fuck? And then also they weren't even getting the money? Wait.
She's criticizing an entity that is funded by someone that she is currently taking money from. I guess it's okay when Taylor Lorenz gets paid, but no one else. The monthly stipend that we offer is so that creators can do this work full-time. We've had numerous creators in the cohort quit their jobs so they can focus on creating content full-time. That is what we want. I'm really proud that we can give creators that security for as long as they're in the program. We want people to create pro-democracy content
$96K a year,
and we want to make sure that they can afford to pay their rent and their bills while doing it. If I could have cohorts with 1,000 people in it so that everybody could be part of the program, I would. For everybody saying that they would like to be part of the next cohort, we would love for you to apply. That's our whole goal. It's to build up an army of pro-democracy content creators who can speak authentically about the issues that they care about and be able to do it as effectively as possible. I should note that while I started this program, I have never and will never get paid. I do this 100% as a volunteer. I have never earned a dime from Chorus, and I never will. I want every dollar that we raise to go to
democracy. I mean, it's a Democrat thing, right? I mean, so like they have their talking points. I think some of their talking points are bullshit. They're obviously bullshit. But, you know, let's try to think a little bit past that, guys.
So that they can do this important work without spending 8 hours a day working
It's a bit bigger than that.
I've been saying for years that the left needs to build up its creator space. That has never been more
You're right about that, but like here's the reason why none of this will ever work. The reason why it won't work is that it's not organic. See, whenever Charlie Kirk or somebody like that raises money, he's being funded, I think a lot of times, by his audience directly. There's no secret about this. It's straight up right out there in front of everybody. Everybody knows this is what's happening. And so the big problem is that when you operate a, you know, again, it seems like this is not a dark fucking net thing. And it's this is my opinion. Okay, let me actually finish the fucking video before I give my take, okay? I apologize.
True than it is right now. Influencers and creators have never been more important when it comes to how Americans are consuming their news.
Yes.
The left is a decade behind right now. We desperately need incubators teaching and amplifying new content creators, and not just Chorus, by the way. There are other.
If you guys win a decade behind with your policies, you win elections. You're almost there.
In this space doing the same thing. I want all of them to succeed. We need all of them to succeed. There are people like Taylor Lorenz who are desperate to tear the left apart, and in fact, it becomes clear who her efforts help when you hear stuff like this.
Genuinely, I kind of like Taylor Lorenz. because I know that she actually believes what she says. Do you get what I'm saying?
So yeah, I generally
That's stupid. I don't like him using that.
don't align myself with friends of Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens.
Friends of this is
I continue to believe that the left needs massive investments into the independent media space. I'm really proud of the program that
Bro, I
we
feel
built.
like I'm playing I feel like I'm watching Among Us and everybody's an imposter. I think everybody is everybody here an imposter?
I'm really proud that we've allowed creators to do this work full time.
What the hell is
I'm
this?
really proud of the independence that they have to say whatever they want to say in whatever way they want to say it. I'm really proud that our creators are seeing their channels and their pages grow. My goal is to see an army emerge from the left to take on what's happening on the right. Taylor Lorenz
An
and
army.
Republicans
You're
don't
building
wanna see it,
Dumbledore's
but we do.
army.
If you also want to get in the fight, apply to the program at wearetourists.org.
Well, there it is. Sympathy, but we didn't put any restrictions on what they could say. Is kind of a cop-out answer. That's how soft power works. I'm gonna be. This is so. I don't even know. I am in a position right now. I don't fucking know what to think about this. I'm gonna be real. I don't know really. Like, I don't know who's an imposter here. I don't know who's doing this bullshit. You should apply. Yeah, an army, exactly. Because, like, absolutely bananas the way she framed this whole thing. I mean, if you have a organization that's paying people a bunch of money and then they're not saying if they're getting paid. Now, you're saying they're not getting paid, but this person brings up a very good criticism. Not that I have any sympathy for Taylor Lorenz, but, quote, we didn't put any restrictions on what they could say is kind of a cop-out answer. That's how soft power works. I don't know what that means. If you don't know what that means, you should not be running a political action committee. If you don't know what this person means, you need, bro, go right now. You need to go to McDonald's, not because you're hungry, but because you need a job. This is embarrassing. Holy shit! What a dishonest. Yeah, and so anyway, he's not being on. No, he's not. And so I don't know what the fuck to think about this. And so I go and I see this. You got another guy. This is two out. 2 minutes. So let's watch 2 minutes. Here we go.
Peace to this universe.
Uh-oh. Democratic influence getting $8,000 a month. Sorry about this volume situation. We got a volume situation on the stream. Let me go ahead and recalibrate. Okay. Just a minute. I'm trying to turn this up just by a little bit. Okay, there. That should be good. All right. Apologize.
There's an article published in Wired.
It's still too quiet.
The battle starts in 5.
Fucking piece of shit.
3, 2,
Oh.
1.
There's a lot of misinformation going on right now because there's an article published in Wired that says a dark money group is secretly funding high-profile Democratic influencers.
The title for this is very clearly misleading, and she should not have titled it this way. And this is the way that I look at it, okay? I mean, we used to buy and sell shit that we shouldn't have been buying and selling, right? Growing up, like me and Cody, we've been doing this. We have not been doing. We stopped doing. We were doing this like about 10 years ago, and we had been doing it for like maybe 10 years at the time, like 5 to 10 years. The moment that you see somebody go, we stop. Yeah, I wonder why. Like, yeah, we got a little bit of timeout on that one, huh? And so anyway, yeah, and so yeah, we stop. We don't do anything bad at all. Made sure, yeah, we stop. Make sure you say that. I did. We don't do anything bad. We never, no. But back in the day, you know, if you do anything that you can't, like if you make a transaction with an individual that cannot be enforced by legal repercussions, you know that you have to operate at a level of trust that is beyond what is just normal. And whenever and that's my mindset, right? And so the moment that I see somebody that's not playing everything above the board, that's not completely direct, that doesn't say, this is what it is, this is when it's happening, this is how much you're gonna get, and that's how much money I want, and I want it this way, and exactly it. The moment that does not happen, why not? Why not? Why not? Why does this not have? Why aren't they just being transparent? Tell me why. The majority of times it's because people suck with communication. But there's enough periods of time that it's not happening because they're fucking liars and they want to mislead you. This title is misleading.
An initiative aimed at boosting Democrats online offers influencers up to $8,000 a month to push the party line.
Yeah.
All they have to do is keep it secret and agree to restrictions on their content. Let me just clear this motherfucker off right the fuck now. Fuck the camera, I'm talking to you real.
Nope.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, tells me what the fuck I can and cannot say. I say what the fuck I want to say, when I want to say it, how I want to say it, and not a motherfuck body got something to say about it. Now that we got that out of the way, I'm gonna spare you the details of the article because the article is...
I'm going to make a counterpoint to what he said. They probably don't support people that say things that are outside of the scope of what they want to support. You can make that counter argument, but it's very clear that that's not the accusation. So I'm making a counter argument for something that's not being said. She made a specific accusation. That accusation is a lie.
It's long and boring as fuck, and it's also behind a paywall. Somebody sent me the actual article on a PDF file because who the fuck is paying for Wired?
Almost been on
Nevertheless,
Roblox.
she's talking about an organization called Chorus, which, by the way, who the fuck is that handsome man on the motherfucking website? Here's your first clue as to how this article is bullshit from jump, because she's framing it as she's outing this secret group of people.
Exactly.
This website and Chorus as an organization
Exactly.
has been published.
Exactly. I actually think this is a hose mad article. The more I'm starting to see this, I really feel like this is a lion ass bitch article. I feel like, honestly, like I'm really, oh man.
Entire time. They literally say their purpose right here. Chorus is recruiting,
This guy's
training, and
bald.
supporting
He's
independent
100%
online
bald.
voices
He's
and
definitely
building the
bald.
next era for online news and conversation. Not only that, but there's literally a huge button on the website that says join Chorus.
Yeah.
Where in order for you to join the Chorus creator community, there's an entire
So
application.
how's it a dark web if there's a website that says how to join? I mean, if I go to the Freemason website or the Skull and Bones website for fucking Harvard, I'm pretty sure it doesn't say, oh yeah, you have to join. Okay, submit your fucking identification that you've made your sacrifice to Baphomet. Like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't happen, right? Like, how do I sign up for the Illuminati?
Process for you to even join, and they also tell you the benefits of joining Chorus. They say Chorus Incubator Program is a vibrant pro-democracy learning community for content creators. Participants receive a monthly stipend
invited?
calibrated
Like
to the level of
Hogwarts?
involvement you can commit to the learning sessions. Literally, that's when everything falls apart and you start understanding that Taylor really didn't out anything. She saw public information and wrote an article about it in a negative way so that you could believe it. And she tried to backtrack and be more specific. She said, point to me one video where any of these content creators revealed that they were receiving funding from the 1630 Fund, a dark money group, prior to our article. But then you find out that Taylor...
If you are receiving funding from a group, you should tell people that. Especially if you are promoting a political viewpoint. It's dishonest not to. Let me ask the question from the opposite direction. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you tell people, I'm supported by this group and they pay me money? Bro, I don't even know who your sponsors are. I don't care. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you absolutely do. I've got it in my fucking... I've always... I have to say it. If I take a sponsor, I have to put hashtag ad in the sponsor. It's an FTC rule. That's the Federal Trade Commission. That's the rule. OTK sponsor? Yeah, I've repeatedly said, when I was involved with OTK, I am an owner of OTK. I have repeatedly said that over and over and over. When I was involved with OTK or involved with Starforge, I said, hey guys, I'm an owner of this. That's the difference.
Lorenz is a reporter in her own residence cohort program, seen right here, where she is receiving a monthly stipend of $8,000 plus a $2,000 traveling bonus totaling $50,000 over 6 months from July to December. And the owner of the Omidyar network, which she's a part of, Pierre Omidyar, gave $45 million to the 1630 Fund. Same organization that she's saying is funding Chorus, that's a dark money group. The other thing is she wrote this article point that it would create a negative perception for Democratic influencers because now it just comes off as they're only saying this shit because they're paid. She literally.
Well, yeah, and it would have never happened if you would come out and say, not you, not him, but like if you've received financial compensation and you don't disclose that you received financial compensation, you are misleading your audience.
I have risen.
This is a fact. And also, by the way, this is like, I mean, actually, you know what? Let me take a step back. That's not a fact. That's my evaluation. How many of you agree with my evaluation? That if somebody was receiving financial compensation for something, that you would feel misled if they didn't disclose that to you. Oh, that's right. Fucking everybody. What about Night Media? Night Media is an agency that represents me. I've said that many times. I have it in my fucking, in my bio. You go on the Night Media website. My picture is right next to, isn't it next to Hassan's picture? We're both in the same fucking agency. It's obvious. Yeah, duh.
Named a girl in her article as being part of Chorus,
yeah.
But that girl makes content attacking Democrats all the time and criticizing them for their response in Gaza. I mean, literally, everybody's welcome. But it really sounds like his bitch is mad they didn't get accepted into the motherfucking cohort. Bitch.
I think that she is purity testing. I think that's what she's doing. This is why Democrats will never succeed at building social media presence that can counteract the right, because every time they try, some cruddy wet blanket like Taylor comes along and blows the lid on it. I'm going to give you some advice. If you're doing something that can have the lid blown on it, you're doing something wrong. You're not operating at a degree of transparency that people can respect. That's the issue. And that's the problem. Wouldn't a group called Chorus accept someone who sings out of tune? I love your metaphor there. I think that's a great criticism. I like that a lot. Sounds very good. And so anyway, second spam. Contracts revealed Chorus has the ability to force creators to remove or correct content based solely on the organization's restriction. Contracts reviewed? Yeah, but the person, and this is the issue, right? So let me read this comment here. Chorus has the ability to force creators to remove or correct content based solely on the organization's discretion if the content was made at a Chorus organized event. I mean, this could be like if they do an event and they want to have the ability to, like, that language does not 100% convince me. It does not. And the reason why is that they could be referring to events that were hosted by this company and them wanting to make sure that they have final editorial copy of it, so something doesn't get released that's confidential. So I'm not ready to fucking go completely legit on that, right? It's just a legal CYA message. Yeah, it sounds that way. So I'm not ready for that yet. Stream preload? Yeah, I'm gonna make sure. Okay, now we got the download going. Okay, great. And anyway, how did this article pass editorial review? So that Wired is officially starting to redact and change part of Taylor Lorenz's article. Following the publication of this article, Graham Wilson and the Elias Law Group, whose participation in a Zoom call was reported upon and who did not respond to Wired's pre-publication email request and comment, reached out to Wired on several points. These include on whether the members of the cohort can publicly talk about working with Chorus and Chorus's connection to Get Influence, both of which Wired has clarified. We have also included a comment from Wilson regarding Chorus placing restrictions on content. And okay, so then there you go. We'll do one more, and then there's one more video about this I want to watch.
To this article, the point is that none of them disclosed that they were receiving money from a dark money group, the 1630 Fund. None of them have ever disclosed, as far as I've ever seen, their relationship with the 1630 Fund, and that is the crux of it. Chorus is just...
She is being manipulative and disingenuous. That's like saying that somebody didn't disclose that they were receiving money from BlackRock whenever they were working for a company that BlackRock had ownership in. The reason why is because they're not working directly for the 16. It's just like, for example, somebody not disclosing that they work at Amazon whenever they say they work at Twitch. This is, again, it's very, like, I'm telling you, like, I am Like, I used to lay in bed and think about ways to lie to people. Like, I would think about all of these elaborate fucking, like, tapestries of how I would manipulate people into doing things for me in video games. Constantly, I would do this. This is, like, whenever I joined a raid, I wasn't on a team. I was in a battle royale. And I'm there for my fucking loot. And I'm in a guild, I'm in the guild, I'm trying to get as much out of this as I can. I'm always, in any situation, always scheming, always a parasite? Absolutely, bro. Like, and guess who had all the Mythic Warforged gear? That's right, it's your boy. And so anyway, criticize it all you want, but it worked. So when I see a person use language like this, my point is that to me, this is just obvious whenever I see somebody playing these kinds of games. I see somebody playing these kinds of games. I immediately am like, oh, this is this kind of a game. But for some reason, some people can't pick up on it. That's the problem.
The middleman, they're just running the program. The
They are.
1630 Fund is the powerful dark money group that is funding this effort. And so,
You know what's just so crazy about this, Tay-Tay? We haven't seen your financial disclosure about accepting money from this exact same fund, the 1630.
So she's taking money from the same place.
Fund, which funds your cohort that you are accepting.
Wait. Reporters in the residence program, and there she is.
Get this, audience, $8,000 a month from. Isn't that fucking
Wait, so she's accusing them of getting $8,000 a month when she's getting $8,000?
crazy? Here it is, right here. This is the place that pays you $16.30. That's you accepting dark money, right? I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding, right?
Yeah.
I'm just a massive fuck. We're all just so dumb that we just fucking missed this. It's almost like you as a creator were not privy to every single financial line item of the people paying you. It's almost as if, Taylor, I've hesitated to make this fucking video because the material harm that this is doing, this dumb dick conversation, but it is worth mentioning that this dark money that you are rallying so hard against also funds climate change orgs and voter rights organizations.
Oh no! Shut it down! No! More voters!
And abortion rights protections.
Okay,
and
I agree
also,
with
not
that.
for nothing, reporter residencies.
But
of
not
which you
voting.
are a beneficiary. Taylor, sorry, we're just gonna need that disclosure whenever you get a chance, okay?
Yeah, that's so she goes and says. So does Taylor Lorenz have in her fucking title here? Taylor. Does she have in her title that she's being paid by this group? I'm going independent. Well, doesn't say anywhere.
Don't mess with destiny awaits. Welcome to the dark.
It doesn't say. But if she's going independent, if you're independent, how are you getting $8,000 a month?
Jury, executioner.
Guys, dark money funding isn't bad because some of the people getting money are friends of mine, and we need to get paid for our TikTok slop. I love how people that you write slop articles and you get mad that people make slop videos. What is this? What are you doing? Like, what are you thinking? Yeah, I don't understand this at all. Yeah, she's a strong, independent Karen. Termine's network statement confirms reporters in residence program has no funding from 1636 and is fully supported from their own foundation. And so the program I am in has zero financial ties to 1630.
I will leave this universe a better place than it was.
Are you getting $8,000 or not? Like, why is this such a hard like, I don't understand. Like, it's such a fucking easy idea. Are you getting money to pay, or are they giving you fucking money? Oh, yeah. And by the way, I guarantee you, this girl is probably all the time memeing on people for, oh, look at this, look at that. Oh, wow, somebody's using grok. And now you've got, look at her using grok. Slop on slop violence. Wait a second. Somebody only accounts that she follows. Can I comment now? I follow her now. I cannot. That's interesting. So you make a statement like this, and nobody can reply to the statement. Meanwhile, everybody else that's made statements
At
about
the risk
this,
of giving an internet...
everybody else who's made statements about this has had no problem letting other people's reply. And then even... So David Pac-Man, you've heard of him. Arcade game hasn't been doing so well recently. He decided to take in some money from a dark money group to promote democratic ideals.
To talk about this.
You weren't going to talk about it.
Participating in the drama. I hate
of
the
course.
circular firing squad
Yes.
that often builds on the left.
Yes.
But it's really important.
You're
that my
right, but he's right about this. I've followed David Pac-Man for over 5 years. I know this guy. I disagree with him on a lot of things, but I think that he's right on some analyses of things. This is one of them.
Audience know what's going on, so I am going to talk
Yeah,
about
he is always sad. I mean, I would be too. I would, if I was him, I would be sad. I mean, you guys are getting totally fucking dominated in the media space. You're losing seemingly every single online culture battle. Yeah, I'd be fucking upset too. I'm the most empathetic streamer. I could definitely see that.
In an article in Wired yesterday.
He was named.
And the article is about a so-called dark money group on the left called Chorus.
Ooh.
And I'm named in the article along with other creators as being part of the group.
Get most humble.
And
I know.
since this article came out,
I know I am.
I've heard from a bunch of you.
Yes.
David, did you sell out? David is the DNC telling you what to say.
Where's
How
the money?
Could you do this
Did you
to
get paid?
us? I knew back in
Did you get paid?
2021 when you had the following to say
Did you get
that
paid?
you must have been getting paid by someone.
Did you get
here's
paid?
The proof. And I was not even going to give
Did
this
you
the
get
time
paid?
of day, but my relationship with you, my actual audience,
That's me.
is the most important thing.
Thank you.
And so I decided to do this segment. I also was
Thank you.
told that
Say you're
other
welcome.
creators,
No.
like a Twitch streamer named Hassan Piker,
Control lost.
Oh man.
Still so much to do.
Here we
were
go.
covering this in ways that don't reflect the reality of the situation.
No way.
And are perpetuating falsehoods about what is and isn't going on. Now, I can't speak to the motives.
Hassan said something about this. I don't think, did he tweet about this? I don't think he tweeted about this. He didn't even say anything about this.
Dangerous.
Because if he did, I would have called it out. I'd have farmed it. Outside groups paying influencers isn't bad, by the way. We don't have vertically integrated media landscape. Well, I'm sorry. I guess CNN and MSNBC wasn't enough for him. The independent left is seen as spoilers and antagonists of democratic goals. Establishment's now playing catch-up to build lib content creators. We don't want blue Charlie Kirks. We want the party to fight to improve our lives. You do want blue Charlie Kirks. That's why you're debating Charlie Kirk. But listen. Okay, so he has not really condemned this. Like, to be fair, on Hassan's side, he has not condemned this. He has not come out and shit on it. At least that I've seen so far. On stream, haven't seen it yet. I'd have to watch it myself.
Of the people that wrote the article.
I'll wait for the
or
clip.
those that are reacting to it. I can't get
I'll be curious to find out how he blames this on me.
In their heads. All I can do is tell you what's going on.
Why would
And then
Asmongold do
you can
this?
judge, and you can make an assessment of me. Now, I also want to mention, I'm aware that many of the people I'm hearing of aren't even part of my audience. They're doing well, now I'm unsubscribing, and they mostly were never
you getting paid?
And so I'm aware of that.
Were
but
you getting
it doesn't
paid?
matter because I want to make sure my audience hears from me about
Did you
this.
get paid?
Now, the most important thing to say
is if you got paid or not.
Is that the idea behind this group is exactly what I've been advocating for.
You didn't.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
The cosmos heals you.
For years. For years I've been saying the left needs to organize independent media in the way that the right has been doing. The left.
So the problem that what I think people have with what he's saying, we're going to get back to the did you get paid thing, but let's go ahead and address the point that he just made. Here's the concern that I think a lot of people have when something like this comes out. It's that whenever you have a top-down organization that is distributing clout, mentorship, incubation, and potentially money and influence, the problem is that the idea of that media being independent evaporates. And I think that's the concern that people have right now. It's that with a lot of right-wing content creators, and I understand there was that 10net media thing, massive fucking L. Huge fucking L. Made anybody involved with that was a clown, okay? Because I saw somebody making comments, oh, but you didn't talk about this. Like, number one, yeah, I did. Number two, yeah, that's bad too. Can you believe this? That both sides doing something bad is also bad? It's not. It's always bad if this happens. So especially when it's a fucking, yeah, it's uncomparable to all this. It's a million times worse. I agree. I think 10net media was a million times worse than this was also. I totally agree with you. And anybody who's crying about it can clip it and take it to the fucking bank. I think it was a million times worse. That being said, this is happening today, so we're talking about it today. Anyway, the concern is that independent media loses its authenticity when people believe that it's being funded by a billionaire behind the scenes. That's the reason.
Needs to fund.
Indonesia revolution? What the fuck do you mean by that? Wait, they got a civil war going on. I didn't even know about this. Turn down the volume.
Pick your heroes.
Oh my god, look at all this. Damn, bro, they going ape shit. Damn, what the fuck? And they're just running. What the fuck is this? Damn, bro, they going ape shit. All this. Oh my god, look at all this. Damn, bro, they going ape shit. Damn, what the fuck? And they're just running. What the fuck is this? Yeah, bro, this is some World War Z shit. Look at them all. Oh my god. Holy shit, what is all this? And so there's like riots going on and everything? Oh my god. Dude got ran over? Oh, people get run over all the time. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah. It's disgusting, yeah. Not like that though. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's somebody getting run over and it being bad. Like, I would be like, bro, like, somebody's like, you know, like by a tank or something. But anyway, I didn't even notice that. There was so much happening, I didn't even notice somebody got run over. That's insane. And so they got all this going on right now. What the fuck is this? And so, whoa. Oh my God. Major anti-government protests have erupted this week in Indonesia with hundreds of students and workers marching through Jakarta. I guess this is a city there, demanding higher wages, lower taxes, and fairer economic conditions. Sounds a little familiar. And what's this? What began as a largely organized labor and student-led movement quickly escalated today after security forces responded with extreme force. Let me pull this up and watch it. I've never heard about this at all. So they got the tanks out there and everything? The media won't show this? It seems that way. Damn, what the fuck? Government kills protesters regularly? Well, that sounds kind of bad. They're trying to break into Indonesia's parliament building. Local media reported protesters included workers, university students, and taxi drivers. So just like your average Joes. Oh my God. Bro, they just lighten that shit up. Excessive. See, why can't we? See, yeah. Excessive pay and protest. What the fuck? What the fuck? It is. Oh my God. Context is important here? Yeah. There are reasons to protest, yeah. The parliamentarians are paid with $100,006,000 a month. I mean, that doesn't sound like it's a lot of money, but maybe over there it is. Including a substantial housing allowance. I mean, I bet probably over there, I mean, a place looks, I'm gonna be honest, place looks like a shithole to me. I mean, you got $6,000. I bet that's a lot of money over there. I mean, let's be real. Yeah. Definitely a lot over there. Yeah. It's horrible. I mean, it looks that way, right? Demonstrators also protest, yeah, policies that benefits conglomerates in the military. Damn, that's crazy. I've never heard of this before. Wow. Damn, what the fuck? God, holy shit. Bro, what the dude, these guys are fucking feral. Oh my God. They're feral. They're going wild. Holy shit. It's a One Piece flag? Well, there's nobody even has flags, period, bro. Like, why attack random cars? I have no idea. Uh-oh. You gonna try and put a bucket on somebody's head? What's he doing with that? Holy shit, man. This is crazy. And so, anti-government protests.
So we begin with breaking news out of Indonesia. Anti-government protests have turned violent in the capital, Jakarta, and other major cities for a second night. Police fired tear gas and deployed...
Bro, shit's just on fire over there. It's just on fire. Oh my God.
Water cannon to disperse crowds. Hundreds are protesting against a number of cost of living related issues, including the lack of jobs and low wages. But the death of a motorcycle taxi driver
Twitter says
who
they
was
burned
run
down House
over
of
by a
Representatives.
police
I'll look
vehicle
at
on
after this.
Thursday has worsened that anger. Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto has apologized for the excessive use of force by police and is calling for calm. Well, let's speak to Al Jazeera.
You gotta arrest the people that do it, though. The problem is that, like, this is the issue that, like, I mean, if you apologize that a mistake was made, then the person that made the mistake has to have, like, a consequence, right? I mean, because that's always, I mean, I don't know what it's like over in Indonesia, but, like, I think that's the problem that people have here over in the U.S., right? Like, especially, like, with the pre-BLM stuff and, like, a lot of the, like, Black Lives Matter stuff. The reason why people were mad is that police officers would do shit that they're not supposed to do, get away with it, and then get, like, the police unions and the police themselves would sweep for it and be like, oops, geez, guys, oops, man. Do we have that happen again? Yeah, I got to remove qualified immunity. No, you need qualified immunity. You just need accountability that's on top of them. Yeah, like police officers have to have a degree of extrajudicial, consideration. They have to have that. Like, for example, like if you put on your cop lights and you ride through a red light, that's qualified immunity, basically, right? And so, like, you have to have a little bit of this, but at the same time, not whenever you beat the fuck out of a black person. Or a white person. I don't want to make this a race issue. I mean, BLM was a race issue, primarily. But police brutality and police accountability is a universal issue across all races and across all groups of people. Primarily, not black people, but poor people. That's the main issue.
Producer Siriana Hasibuan, who joins us on the phone from Jakarta. Siriana, it's gone past 8 p.m. local time in Jakarta.
Indonesia
Tell us
the
about
resources
what's
to get most of
happening
them?
now on the streets.
Wow. Islam's a problem in Indonesia right now?
Well, people
I thought
have been
Indonesia's
demonstrating in Jakarta.
hasn't Indonesia been Islamic for a really long time? I mean, this is a I'm truly uneducated in this, but my understanding is that Indonesia has been an Islamic country for at least my lifetime.
And also in many other cities in Indonesia. Well,
Yeah, it's like 86% Islamic.
Earlier in the day, outside police quarters, throwing rocks and shoot fireworks into the headquarters.
The biggest Muslim state? Hard to say.
And the police fired tear gas at them. The crowd then started to burn things around the area. It is now raining heavily in Jakarta right now. And then hopefully the
Islamic for
situation
centuries?
is calming down a bit. But people are still gathering, so...
God damn, look at all that.
Yeah, we are seeing those live pictures from Jakarta.
And I hate to say it, but you can tell that this is a riot in another country.
A little help, please.
Isn't it crazy? Man. Wow.
And as you say, it's raining, but people are still out on the streets. Remind us, Siriana, how these demonstrations started.
So how did this happen? Yeah, how did this happen?
Earlier this week, one student demonstrating against salary package received by member of parliament, which is more than...
So they were just protesting against Parliament getting paid a bunch of extra money? That sounds pretty fucking based. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I wish we'd fucking do that. People are so consumed by partisan politics. I love this. They say fuck the government, period. Yeah, hey, there you go. All right. That's what I'm talking about.
10 times of minimum wage in Indonesia.
And the minimum wage, yeah. What the fuck? Why can't we import these fucking people and send the Karens over there? Oh, there, yeah, exactly.
The government and the parliament do not care about the situation. The living cost is very high right now.
The trade swap. We can't do a trade swap with Karens because doing that is biological warfare. It's against the Geneva Convention. You'd be harming these countries generationally. It's like sending a harmful virus.
And then they feel like the rich keep getting richer, but then...
Like a really dangerous snake.
Their guys' daily life. And then the demonstration getting bigger, then clash happened between the protesters and the police. And then after that, later that night, the motorbike driver got killed by police car. And then the situation even more.
So that was the guy we saw.
Okay, Sierra,
wait, no, I
thank
don't
you
think
so
it
much
was
for the
actually.
update. That sounds
That
good.
guy- I don't think that guy died.
Serena Hasibuan on the line there from Jakarta with the latest on those demonstrations.
Damn, bro,
These
what
are
the
the latest pictures we're getting from the Indonesian capital. Police and protesters on the
sad.
streets clashing for a second
This is from
night
3 hours ago.
over the death of a motorcycle driver. But that wasn't the initial anger.
That's another component to keep in mind is that that's an innocent person that got killed. Like, look at that photo, bro. Like, shit's on fire. Everybody's everywhere. Like, it's actually really crazy for me to see something like this and then contrast this with what we have in America, like the protests that we have here. Like, we've got some limp dick hippie movements over here. Like, this is some real ass fucking revolution shit. Like, you got things on fire, people got the flags open, there's fucking ambulances everywhere. This is some straight up fucking, like, you know, end of the world shit. They want blood? Yeah, exactly. You hate protesters on the street? I do in general, right? I do, but like, again, whenever you have what I really, the main thing that I fucking hate is people protesting for shit that I disagree with. Like, I'm gonna be honest. That's the main thing I'm against, is people that go and they want to stand in the road for an illegal alien fucking human traffic drug dealer, okay? Like, I think, yeah, you want to stand in the middle of the road because, you know, the government's been occupied by Israeli fucking foreign, you know, like, well, influence, then yeah, I think, okay, all right, maybe that makes a little bit more fucking sense. But, like, it's also the reason why people do it. We already 30 minutes in? Yeah, bro, like, I figured I would start early. I know it fucks people up because, like, my schedule, but I figured that, you know, I wanted to knock out all my usual bullshitting around before PoE. That way I could be there for the minute of the launch, bro. Like, that was the idea, is that's why I started early. And I know y'all are confused. People are annoyed about that. But I had to do it. I'm going to try to start earlier more often, by the way. I'm going to try and do that. We're going to not do it. We're not going to do like a hot and cold thing, but we're going to do a graduation, you know, a graduation, right? You know, it happens, gradation, there you go, of like, it, you know, a little bit more over time. And so, yeah.
The issue that angered protesters, as we heard from our correspondent. Let's discuss this further now with Yaya Adelina, who is the Deputy Director of Amnesty International Indonesia, joining us from Jakarta. Thank you so much for being with us. As our producer noted there, the capital of Indonesia has seen a series of demonstrations
the past couple of days. What we need to understand, this is not even the first demonstration, big demonstration that's happening this year, or not even the demonstrations or protests that have faced excessive and unnecessary use of force by the police forces.
What happened? Basically, people are protesting that the parliament and the government was getting paid too much money, and they had other benefits that the people didn't feel like. I mean, I'm sure, like, also, like, in general, this is why people are protesting. Life over there sucks fucking dick, and they're mad. They're fucking pissed off about it. They're like, why the fuck do things suck so much dick? That's the reason, really. I mean, like, there's a specific reason for this protest. But if the legislators are getting paid more money and everybody else owned a house, nobody would really give a shit, right? It's because everything's, yeah, it sucks. That's the reason why. That's why they're mad.
There was another demonstrations in August.
It's always economic,
in May,
usually.
Just this year alone. And last year there was a massive demonstrations nearing the end of the year. And all of those demonstrations faced excessive and unnecessary use of force by the police forces. Tear gas.
Yeah, I mean, they just ran somebody over. And again, they didn't run somebody over who was trying to, like, obstruct traffic. Like, you know, I say, like, oh, I don't care if police run over, like, a protester or something. Like, yeah, I don't really give a shit. But, like, this is just a person trying on the road, and the police just ran him over. Like, that's a huge difference. This is a non-combat. This person wasn't flagged.
Improperly, water cannons, beatings.
Yeah.
So I think when people are seeing with their own eyes a motorcyclist being trampled by a police vehicle.
Yeah. Somebody say GDP per capita Indonesia. $5,000? How about USA? $89,000. Okay, so yeah, I can see why they're fucking mad. I'd be fucking mad too. I'd be out of my fucking mind. Be fucking furious.
That is just the figure.
Yeah.
Right. As you say, this is not the first demonstration, but the pictures that we're seeing are quite spectacular, of fires burning in Jakarta.
Indonesia's poorest big country? I don't know everything about this.
Into Indonesia's longer history of public mobilization over inequality and governance issues. What feels different this time?
I wouldn't really say a whole lot. Doesn't really look that much different.
What the government needs to understand is that they have been continued to gaslit people's opinion in the past several years. It is
damn, that's crazy. I never heard that before. I wonder who else does that.
Oh,
that's right.
That the people
Just
are
the income
trying
difference.
to,
I haven't seen that before.
Shout their voice
We get to
more
it
loudly. What we are